Level 1. Lookout. El Campanero. You are 14. You sit on a plastic chair outside a small corner store in your barrio. A cracked phone in one hand, a cheap radio in the other. The sun is hot. The street is loud. Motorcycles pass every few minutes. Dogs bark. Music leaks from open windows. You are not here to relax. You are here to watch. Every car, every motorcycle, every stranger. If you see a police patrol, you send one message. If you see military trucks, you send another. If you see black SUVs with tinted windows, you send a third. Each code means something. Each message keeps someone alive or gets someone killed. You get paid $50 a week, cash, no questions, no receipts. It's more money than your father ever made fixing motorcycles, more than your mother earns cleaning houses. But it's never enough. The older guys barely talk to you. To them, you're furniture, part of the street, replaceable. Most days are boring. You sit, you watch, you wait, until one afternoon a convoy turns the corner. 3 green trucks, soldiers in helmets, rifles in their hands. Your phone is in your pocket. You hesitate. 10 seconds. 20. You tell yourself someone else will send the warning. They don't. 30 seconds later, your phone explodes with messages. Where were you? Are you asleep? Did you forget? A man appears beside you. You don't hear him walk up. He doesn't shout. He doesn't threaten. He just looks at you. Then he says quietly, "Next time, they won't find your body." He walks away. You sit there, frozen, sweat on your back, hands shaking. From that day on, you never miss a message again, because in Kyakan, at level 1, one mistake is all it takes. One mistake, and you disappear. Level 2, Courier/Mule. You turn 17. Someone finally notices you. Not because you're smart, not because you're brave, because you don't talk and you don't make mistakes. One night, a man sits next to you on the curb. He doesn't ask your name. He asks one question. Can you drive? You nod. The next morning, you're at a warehouse near the hills. Rusty doors, no signs, no cameras. Inside, there's a semi-truck. It looks ordinary. Too ordinary. They lift the floor panel. Underneath, wrapped in plastic and tape, are white bricks. Cocaine. Dozens of them. They put the panel back. They cover it with tools and old boxes. Now it's invisible. Your route is simple. From Sinaloa, then Tijuana. Then to a port. Then onto a boat. If you get stopped, you say you're delivering parts. If they search the truck, you're finished. You drive for hours, through mountains, through fog, through narrow roads with no lights. Every checkpoint feels like a death sentence. A police officer waves you over. Your heart slams into your ribs. Your hands are wet on the steering wheel. He looks inside. He asks where you're going. You answer without thinking. He pauses. Then he waves you through. You don't breathe again for 5 minutes. At the port, men unload the truck in silence. No thank you, no goodbye. One of them hands you an envelope. Inside is more money than you've ever seen. You count it 3 times. You do the job again next week, and the week after. Soon, the fear fades. The money doesn't. You buy new shoes, a better phone, a motorcycle. You start thinking you're untouchable. Then one night, your friend takes the same route, same truck, same cargo. He doesn't make it past the checkpoint. 20 years in prison, no lawyer, no help. You hear about it the next morning. you sit on your bike, counting your cash, and realizing something. You didn't survive because you're better. You survived because it wasn't your turn. Yet. Level 3, Tax Collector. You've been driving for almost 2 years. No arrests, no accidents, no questions. That makes you valuable. One afternoon, they give you a list. Names, addresses, numbers. They also give you a pistol. Small, heavy, cold in your hand. You're collecting now, they say. You start with small places. A taco stand, a phone shop, a bar with broken neon lights. You walk in, you order nothing. You sit down. The owner already knows why you're there. He slides an envelope across the table. 500, sometimes 1,000, every month. No receipts, no excuses. Most people pay. They've seen what happens to those who don't. But one day, a restaurant owner shakes his head. Business is slow, he says. Next month. You nod, you smile, you leave. That night, you come back with 2 others. You don't knock. You kick the door in. Plates shatter, chairs break, glass explodes. Someone screams in the kitchen. You drag him out. You hit him until he stops moving. You don't feel anything. The next month, he pays double. Word spreads. Soon, envelopes are always ready. You're making $1,500 a week now, more than you ever imagined. You buy a better motorcycle, new clothes, a gold chain. You give your mother money for rent. She hugs you. She doesn't ask questions. But now, everyone knows your face. Rival gangs watch you. Police recognize you. Every door you open could be your last. Then, one morning, you hear about Julio. He was collecting 2 blocks away. Same job, same list. Someone followed him home. 3 shots. No ambulance, no investigation. They replace him in 2 days. You take his route, his clients, his money, and you understand something. At level 3, you're not a businessman. You're a message. And one day, you'll be replaced too. Level 4, Crew Leader. You're 22 now. People don't look past you anymore. They look at you. They wait. After Julio dies, someone has to organize the street. That person is you. They give you 10 men. Some are older, most are younger. All of them are hungry. They also give you rifles, real ones, not pistols, not toys. AKs, ARs. You're responsible for a section of the barrio, every corner, every alley, every roof. If product moves, it's on you. If money disappears, it's on you. If rivals show up, it's on you. At first, it feels powerful. You plan routes, you assign shifts, you decide who carries weapons. People listen. Then the problems start. One night, a rival crew crosses into your zone. They tag walls. They sell on your corner. You can't ignore it. You take 6 men, 2 motorcycles, 1 stolen car. You find them outside a bar. Music is loud. Lights are bright. You don't wait. You open fire. Glass shatters. People scream. Bodies drop. When it's over, 3 rivals are dead. So is a waitress. She was 17. Her face is on the news the next morning. The government promises justice. Nothing happens. You get promoted. Money comes faster now. 10,000, sometimes 20. But so do the problems. Your men start using the product. They show up late. They start fights. They brag online. You warn them. They laugh. One steals money. You beat him in front of everyone. Another talks too much. He disappears. No body, no funeral. Every decision costs something. Be soft, you lose control. Be hard, you lose sleep. The bosses above you want more territory, more money, more violence. If you don't deliver, you're replaced. Not fired, replaced. Permanently. At level 4, you finally understand. You're not climbing anymore. You're balancing. One wrong step, and everything collapses. Level 5, Zone Controller. You don't walk the streets anymore. You ride. Black SUV, tinted windows, 2 men in front, 2 behind. Your phone never stops buzzing. Messages, reports, warnings. 3 crews answer to you now. Different barrios, different problems, same rules. Every shipment, every payment, every fight, it all passes through you. Meetings happen in empty houses. No furniture, no photos, no neighbors. Only maps on the walls. Streets marked in red. Corners in blue. Targets in black. You decide where the money goes. Who gets weapons? Who gets protection? Who gets abandoned? A rival group starts moving into the north side. Slowly, quietly. Testing you. You don't wait. At 3 in the morning, 30 men move in. Motorcycles, pickup trucks, no license plates. They surround the block. Doors come down. Shots echo through the hills. By sunrise, it's over. 5 rivals are dead. 2 are hanging from a bridge. A message painted in red. This zone is ours. The police arrive late. They always do. Money is different now. Hundreds of thousands. You can't keep it at home. You buy restaurants, car washes, construction companies. Clean money, on paper. You hire accountants, lawyers, security. Everyone smiles. No one is loyal. You stop using normal phones. You change cars every week. You sleep in different houses. Your girlfriend thinks you run a logistics company. She believes you, or pretends to. Some nights, you sit alone in a dark room, watching camera feeds, counting exits, planning escapes. You realize something. At level 5, you don't control the streets. The streets control you. And they're never satisfied. Level 6, Regional Boss. You're 30 now. You don't run neighborhoods anymore. You run routes, states, borders, ports, airstrips. Men in other cities wait for your calls. Men in other countries answer them. Peru, Bolivia, Ecuador, Panama. Cocaine moves like water. You make sure it never stops. Meetings are different now. Hotels under fake names, private houses with no address, boats in the middle of lakes, no phones on the table, no windows open. Everyone speaks quietly. You shake hands with politicians, mayors, police commanders, customs officials. You don't threaten them. You offer them something better. Cash, protection, silence. Most say yes. The ones who don't last long. Your money moves through banks, shell companies, export firms, charities. On paper, you're a businessman. In reality, you're moving poison across continents. The pressure never stops. The bosses above you want more shipments, more territory, more profit. The government wants arrests. Foreign agencies want names. Rivals want your seat. Your own people want your job. One night, your lawyer calls. Your line is tapped. Your driver is questioned. Your accountant is nervous. You stop sleeping. You change codes every week. You stop trusting everyone, even your closest lieutenant, especially him. A shipment disappears. $2 million. No explanation. Someone betrayed you. You gather your crew. No shouting, no drama, just questions. Then silence. By morning, 2 men are gone. Officially, they quit. In reality, they're buried in the hills. You stare at the city from your balcony. Lights everywhere. Millions of people living normal lives. None of them know you exist. At level 6, you have power, money, influence, and absolutely no peace. Level 7, Kingpin. You are no longer introduced. People already know. Not your name, your reputation. Whispers travel faster than phones, across borders, across oceans, across continents. You control everything. Routes from the Andes, ports on 2 coasts, planes that never appear on records. Hundreds of men answer to you. Thousands depend on you. Billions move because you say so. You live behind walls now, 20 feet high, electric fences, armed guards, attack dogs. Your house looks like a fortress. Your life feels like a prison. You never stay in one place for long. 3 nights, maybe 4. Then you move. Different city, different name, different face. A doctor changes your nose. Another fixes your jaw. A third erases old scars. You stare at yourself in the mirror. You barely recognize the man looking back. Your children visit under fake names. They call you Uncle. They don't know why you can't go to school meetings, why you never attend birthdays, why bodyguards stand outside the door. You're on every watch list, every database, every bounty board. 10 million, maybe more. Every phone is dangerous. Every driver is suspicious. Every friend is temporary. You trust no one completely, not even your brother, especially not him. You negotiate with other cartels, divide territories, share routes, shake hands over maps. It never lasts. Someone always wants more. Someone always breaks the deal. Violence follows. Towns turn into battlefields. Funerals become routine. At night, you sit alone, surrounded by luxury, surrounded by weapons, surrounded by fear. You realize the truth. You didn't build an empire. You built a cage. And now you're trapped inside it. Level 8. Fall/prison/death. It doesn't happen slowly. It never does. One day, everything is fine. The next, it's over. Maybe it's a wiretap. Maybe it's a hacked phone. Maybe it's your driver. Maybe it's your brother. Someone talks. Someone always talks. It starts at 4 in the morning. Helicopters above the hills, rotors shaking the windows, lights cutting through the dark. Your phone explodes with warnings. Too late. Doors crash in, boots on concrete, shouts in Spanish, rifles pointed at your chest. You don't run. There's nowhere to go. They put you on the ground, hands behind your back, cold metal on your wrists. Cameras flash. Your face is everywhere by noon, on TV, on phones, on walls. The empire collapses in hours. Houses seized, accounts frozen, men arrested. Some escape, most don't. You are flown in chains, no windows, no conversation, just noise and darkness. The prison is silent. Concrete walls, steel doors, no mirrors. 23 hours a day alone. 1 hour in a cage. They call it exercise. Your lawyer visits once a month. He brings bad news every time. Appeals denied. Witnesses protected. Deals broken. Years pass. Your money means nothing here. Your name means nothing here.
You hear rumors, old allies dead, former rivals rich, new bosses rising. Sometimes, in the dark, you think about the streets, the chair, the radio, the first message you ever sent. You wonder when it all went wrong. Then the lights turn off, and the silence answers for you.
Level 9. Successor. The cartel doesn't die with you. It never does. 3 days after your arrest, there's already a meeting. Different house, different faces, same maps. Your lieutenant takes your seat, or your nephew, or the man who betrayed you. No speeches, no tears, just numbers. Routes reassigned, accounts reopened, crews redistributed. By the end of the week, shipments are moving again. Money is flowing. Violence is scheduled. Your name becomes history, a rumor, a warning. Parents whisper it to their sons, "Don't be like him." Most don't listen. Because down the hill, outside a small corner store, a 14-year-old boy is sitting on a plastic chair, a cracked phone in one hand, a cheap radio in the other, watching the street, waiting for headlights, waiting for signals, waiting for his chance. He doesn't know your story. He doesn't know your ending. He only knows one thing. This is the fastest way out of poverty, and the fastest way into a grave. The empire keeps running. The faces change. The blood stays the same. And somewhere in Medellin, level 1 has already begun again.